Hi guys, this is Wade from Wade's Orchids here. How you doing there? And since I have done the first two parts of what I called working with wire, I've gotten several requests to actually go and make a single wire and a double wire hanger. So I'm going to attempt this. Notice I said attempt. I haven't done it very much myself lately, but here goes. We're going to start by doing a single wire, and then after that we'll do a double wire. Okay? So what I'm going to do is first of all, I'm going to start by making a hook for on the top here. This is 12 gauge wire. For the single wire, you could probably do it using the 14 gauge. When you get into the double wire hangers, because of the weight involved in that, you want to go with 12 gauge, and even 10 if you have it available. So what I did was I made a loop there, okay, and the next thing is to measure how long you want this to be roughly, and I'm going to put a slight bend here, okay, and then after that bend I'm going to go down a bit of a distance and make another bend. This is a very sharp bend here, and bring it across. So here, I'll hold this up as you're looking at it. This bend here needs to be perpendicular to this, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to bend it back up here. We're going to measure, what we want to do is we want to measure about the same, so this is about the same distance, and we'll make an equilateral triangle. So right about there is where we want to go. So I'll come across here like this and make another sharp bend coming up here, and I want this to be on the outside. I call this the outside, the open part, okay? And we're going to come across here like this, okay? And what we'll do is we'll adjust this to make it an equilateral triangle, just like that, okay? Now, that's the hard part. Now what we do is we put our pliers right here, and oh, I'm sorry, I forgot something. We want to go and make this a little bit of a bend here like this. I hope you can see this okay. So we have this one we're looking at like that. It bends out, okay? And as you're doing this, you might need to just make small adjustments to things, okay? So after we have this, what we want to do is we want to bend this around this like that, okay? And then bring it so that it comes down to the middle. Okay. Sometimes you need to make adjustments as you're doing this, okay? So don't be afraid to do that. Okay. Somewhat like that. Okay, now I have a little bit extra here, so I want to trim this so it's about 1/2 of an inch, okay? So after cutting that off like that, we now have our hanger, and this can be used for either clay or plastic. If it's plastic, you have to make sure that there's no gap here. Okay, so we'll pinch it a little bit and then bring it over. Okay, and we're done. And just to show you how it works here, I'll just take this pot and put it on here and come down like that, and when it goes over the lip there, then it secures it. All right, so there we go with a single wire hanger. Now, to do a double wire hanger, you need a lot more wire. So what I have done here is I have measured a piece that is about 4.5 feet, okay? And we're going to start out by finding the center of this, which is right about there, okay? I don't really measure too much on this, so we're going to take this and we're going to bend it around on itself like this, and we'll pinch it together. Okay, so just like that. Okay, we had a phone call there, so sorry we got interrupted. So we're going to kind of do this about the same way as we did for the other single wire. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this and make our hook for the top here. Just like that. Okay. And then as much as I can, I'm going to do this exactly the same way, only using 2 pieces. So I'm going to start out, I have a little bit extra from this, so I'm going to start out by just trimming that a little bit. Okay. Now, we have this like this with the open part down, okay, and let's see, I guess right about here I'm going to make my bends. So we'll have it like this. Let's see. Okay, right here. And we'll bend this over like this. And then come down a little bit. And then we'll make a sharp bend this way. And okay, and then we'll come up here like this. Now, what we need to do is separate this from this point here, okay? So what we want is to have, let's see. We want to bring this over like this. just like that. And looks like I'm going to have to shorten things a bit. Okay. And when I'm doing this, I just kind of like try to make it look right. This is not rocket science. It's a bit clumsy when you first start to do it. Okay. Now we're going to bend these up here like this a bit. Okay. And then we'll do the other one here. This does take a little bit of strength. And like I said, this really, it's very difficult to get it to work right the first time you do it. So, I mean, the best way to learn to do it is to do it. Okay? And now we bend this out a little bit and bend it out a little bit on this side. Okay, now we've got a reasonable facsimile of a double wire hanger here. Okay, and again, here we'll use this same pot, and all you have to do is just take this and let's see, put these like that. Okay. And I've got a little problem here. You see this has a very large lip here. I'm sure it would work with another pot. Here, we'll use this. And I think that it'll work with this pot. There we go. It goes down on that and goes down on that. Okay. And that is your double wire hanger. Okay. As you make these and you get familiar with it, you'll get better at it. I should have made these larger, and it's just the kind of thing that you need to work at. And again, become familiar with it. That's the only way you can really get good at doing it. You can always unbend things and rebend things. Wire isn't that expensive, so practice with it. Send me your results, guys. Okay, I hope you like it, and I hope you've learned a little bit from this, how to do it. There's one other method, one other thing that you can do to these when you're doing them. If you want, you can put a little bit of an angle in here so it curves around the pot a little better, just like this. Okay, so you have a little bit of a bend there. Okay, and we'll do the same here. Just like that. Okay, see, it's not a lot of a bend, just a little bit. So I hope you like this. And there goes the fan. Good time to stop this. So this is Wade from Wade's Orchids. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time. Okay, take care.